This is an experiment, a look into the mind of the maker, a show about the community in which the hive mind thrives. Just kidding! This is a show about the lighter side of making. This is Makers Wanted.
Hey makers and makettes, welcome back to Makers Wanted, the show that keeps on giving even when you don't want it to. We're excited to be back for another episode, so let's start things off, as we often do, by responding to some viewer feedback.
Hey Ryan, it's me Dan. Got a special guest in the shop today. And we also have a question for you from Steve French out of Florida. In episode 1, did you really eat some Titebond 2 glue?
Well, Steve, eating Titebond 2 wood glue would just be ridiculous. I mean, the chemicals alone are probably not good for your insides. Instead, we used the magic of video editing to make it appear that I was eating Titebond 2 wood glue, when in all reality, I was eating the original formula. Before we go headlong into this episode, let me tell you about this week's sponsor. Reading books is stupid. Listening to books, now that's smart. You can work in the shop, you can drive a car, you can even perform an appendectomy. That's why we're proud to partner with Inaudible. If you act now and use the promo code BLIMEY, you can get access to one free audiobook and the proper English version of Inaudible.
Right, so, you start the game with 3 magic wands. Every time you score 10,000 points, you win a bonus wand.
Is this
You have a
dubstep?
total of 7 magic wands.
I think this might be the dubstep that they talk about.
When you think of making, you might not think of fashion. We don't either. But if you were to mancraft something, well...
Hey everyone, today's project is for parents everywhere. I know a lot of you have kids that come home with these jeans that are distressed. I'm okay with that, but where it crosses the line is when they come home with a hole right here. Today I'm going to show you how to unstress these de-stressed jeans. Alright, first of all, you got your jeans. Next, I like to have a little piece of wood. I'm going to coat it in some waxed paper. I'm just going to use some Loctite, some donor material. I was going to save these and send them to Chris Cute, but so let's get started. Alright, let's see how this turned out. There you go. No more booty showing. It's perfect. And if your kids don't like it, they don't have to wear them. Mission accomplished.
I wonder if that would work on underwear. Honey, do we have any extra gloves?
One after that are not held in the reserve. Cheerio! Bloody. One of the most useful swear words in English. Mostly used as an exclamation of surprise, i.e. bloody hell or bloody Nora. Something may be bloody marvellous or bloody awful. It is also used to emphasise almost anything. You're bloody mad, not bloody lightly, and can also be used in the middle or other words to emphasise them. For example, abso-bloody-lutely. Americans should avoid using bloody as they sound silly.
Why don't you shut your bloody mouth?
When you lose your last magic wand, the game ends. If the centipede, spider, or the flea bites you...
In the past, we identified exotic wood species, and we nailed that. But we never really talked about organization as it pertains to wood.
Make room for hobby.
As you can clearly see, I'm making progress. Organize everything into their separate categories. There are standard categories. For instance, of the wood categories, there are plywood, dimensional lumber such as cypress, construction grade pine, and the ever popular 8x8 railroad log. Other categories of wood that you should always keep stored and never throw away is the fence post category of wood, pallet category, and of course the ever popular corn crate.
Make room for hobby.
Look at that beard. All the best makers have beards. I bet if I had one, I could do anything.
Look at that beard. Good Lord, that's sexy.
into a dangerous region. By learning about the dangers of what lurk behind every mushroom, you can become a skilled and heroic wand wielder.
Did you know Jacko Whatever could save you 15% or more?
Quack. If you should choose to create video content to display the things that you make, well, you might need some help with that. We've got you covered once again.
This is the best advice.
I got this covered.
Here's some good advice about stepping up your YouTube game. Let's talk video title. Well, you want it to be as broad as possible so the largest amount of people can watch your video and interact with it and subscribe and give you views. All of that's good, right? Well, let's look at some terms. Say you've built something in your shop. Should you put the name of the item in the title? Well, yeah. How about putting the date? The date is critical because it applies to everyone. Hey, when I see a date, I'm like, December 28th? Heck yeah, I was alive December 28th. I want to know everything about that video. So put that in your video and don't abbreviate things. Spell things out. And don't listen to the naysayers that say things like, well, the YouTube platform already date stamps things. No. Dates and titles applies to everyone.
Your wand is snatched away and you will become temporarily paralyzed. The game will stop momentarily.
Are you intimidated by some tools? Well, I think we can help with that too.
Hi, I'm Eloy, and you suck at woodworking. Cordless power drills have been on the market for quite a while. Get yourself a big boy drill. You probably own a toy one. You know those little pink ones they sell at Walmart? I don't expect you to use it for any project. I don't expect much from you. Cordless drills are very useful. I guess eventually you'll get the notion that you can use this around the house. Maybe the wife won't think you're such a... All things considered, these are very useful. But I'm just saying, get yourself a cordless power drill and add this to your toolbox. Your little toolbox. I'm glad we're learning. I'm sick of you already. I gotta go.
And all the mushrooms are counted for bonus points. Your points are added to the running score.
Wait, what?
Repairs are also a big part of making, I think.
Doc's orders.
Hey kids, welcome back to the shop. How you doing today? Well look, here's the deal. If you're a workshop guy long enough, someone's gonna ask you to repair a lamp. So, first things first, let's get some power to this table. Lenny, you wanna plug that in for me? What do you mean it's my turn? You know, the dustbuster upstairs never gives me a hard time. It's always very helpful. Well, whatever, man. You just do you. Alright, now, so a lot of people will tell you that it's very, very dangerous to work on this while it's plugged in. But, how are you going to find the problem if it's not plugged in? So, let's just plug it in. See, look. Oh, there we go. It's a little crusty. A little burny. Okay, we're good now. Okay. So, now that we're plugged in, we're going to get our meter. Now, you have to remember that this is hot, but it's okay. I'm a complete professional. Now, one thing you really want to remember... Alright, whew. Alright, well, that's all the time we have for this week. Doc's orders.
I don't understand what all the fuss is about. I bet it sounds great.
Use your magic wand to...
Is this Klingon? I think this is Klingon. Come listen to this. Is this dubstep? I think this is the dubstep. Chuck, would you come listen to this?
Ooh, I got wall socket. Cut. Cut. Oh! Ah!